great. I mean, look, you got it's telling all this information about your broadcasting, all your settings, how much of the CPU you're using.
So is the final step to set up 3 chairs right here?
Mm-hmm. There we go. Pretty instantaneous.
I'll prepare.
Just a little bit of a delay. Pretty good picture.
Is the picture quality on the speed of the
Hey, how you doing? Yeah, depending on the speed of your. Yeah, just a couple seconds delay. Speed of your internet connection and among other things.
Right, I was going to say.
Good job. Good job, Gary. Good. Happy dog. Happy dog.
Do you like half and half, or?
Yes, please.
There, I changed the title.
See, I'm probably over 50% British, you see, so I do like to cream my tea.
Oh, excellent. Yes, there it is.
Now you can call up all your friends and say, hey!
Yes, but see, I've got the seat set up here, and I'm almost centered, but I'm kind of dark.
Well, is the light on there?
Yeah, see, there's a little more of my facial. Okay.
Facial. Don't say facial.
Well, I was black. Now I see flesh.
We need a light, like, right here.
Oh, you know, there's another light. Hold on. I can make it work. Let me make it adjustment.
See, we can have some real fun with this.
Oh, happy
Like on
Sunday.
Thursdays and Fridays, you can come over, or you can come over to our house up north, and we can have some fun with this. But you guys have the high-speed internet, so
And it is wireless, so
yeah.
we can take it places.
Mm-hmm.
Conceivably go. And so one of the things I was thinking.
We can go to a coffee house.
Yeah, and I was going to say, like, this is just an idea that I was contemplating. So camera crew, right?
Yeah.
What about, so a lot of crews or whatever they, one of the things you always talk about is like that
It's just like a 3-second delay.
what about creating a situation that facilitates recording? I know like there's people out there that are amateur videographers.
Yeah.
And they love to go record bands.
Yeah.
But they're all
That's how I started.
yeah, well there's a lot of disorganization there, right?
Oh yeah, you mean throughout the year, not just now, but throughout the year.
Getting
Yeah, I sort of envisioned starting either a business or not-for-profit as a resource center for that kind of thing. And I can get some low-end Macs together if I could get a space where people can come. And we can get versions of Final Cut or iMovie on them, and people,
It's just
people can come in and they can check out a camera and go out and shoot their thing.
And so the way that a thing like that could be funded, I like the for-profit better than the not-for-profit.
Oh, I do too.
And the for-profit, is there a way like the number of hits generates
Well, what I'm
advertising
thinking
revenue, or
is
it
what I'm thinking is
monthly fees?
there's a place that can be found, sort of a cyber cafe idea.
Yeah.
Where I was sort of thinking of like proposing this to David Ford and all them, if the right opportunity came up to open up like a space there and have the internet hooked up and doing Wi-Fi, and then they have this program where you come in and you bring your laptop or wherever you check in, and you know, like charging 25 cents an hour or something like that.
Yeah, yeah.
There's enough people who are always constantly coming around there. And you know, I was sort of thinking of like dovetailing it with a business like David's, because he gets kind of annoyed when people bring their laptops in and spread out in this small little space.
Right.
But dovetailing it so that, okay, go next door to get your coffee, but you can bring it over here. Don't sit there and surf. Bring it over here and surf where we have the space.
See, we did that at the Stray Cat.
Yeah.
It got a little bit crazy because of some things that hit me unexpectedly, right? The original idea was that we had memberships.
Mm-hmm.
We had 25
Yeah, we can do that.
computers that had been set up as a Linux load balancing cluster
Yeah.
to enable people to do really high-speed video rendering and image rendering. So we could, we were using, the load balancing part of the cluster was a bit difficult to arrange at first, but we were getting computers donated to us. And using Linux, we were able to cluster them. And so we could test, one of the tests that we ran was a Fractal that was able to compile at a super high refresh rate, you know what I mean? And
Yeah.
so it's easy to get the computers. Space is the key. If you have a venue, boom, it's done. The thing that blew up in my face with that model was that we allowed people to book shows at a certain level of membership. At $500 a month, you could have 4 weekend dates.
Yeah.
And so we had a girl that did that, who was a chemist at UMKC, and she booked 2 bands. Headkill, which was a white supremacy band
Oh, Lord.
in our town, and then a Tool cover band with a black lead singer. Okay, she was a chemistry student.
And she didn't understand
And
chemistry.
no, she made it on purpose. She created the circumstances. The first time we ever did that, right? So we had the bar next door, a $5 all-you-can-drink beer bus. It was a gay bar.
Yeah.
She was a lesbian. So this gay bar gets flooded with white supremacists
Oh, Lord.
in Ray Town, many of which become homosexual, okay? It was the strangest thing.
Yeah, so she mixed an acid and a base on purpose.
She did. And there were fist fights. I got in a fight. I'm not normally a non-fighter.
Yeah, no, you're not the...
But when you were in a corner of the
No,
situation,
well, this guy, when I got back, because it wasn't even happening. I wasn't there, or it happened when I wasn't there. I got back, and the first thing I hear is that somebody smashed the windshield of a Mercedes-Benz SLK 500, brand new Mercedes-Benz, from the people next door. And so I start to try to ascertain what's going on, and I find out that there's blood on the pool table because there's been a major fight between. Oh man, it was. So we disengaged that idea, and we started just doing shows in a more controlled fashion. Right?
Oh, Lord.
But the dream was always to create that type of environment where people, as part of the membership level, they got free coffee, they got access to the space, they had a locker. We actually tried to build in a lot more components, and I think maybe we tried to bite off more than we could actually chew. Something like
But you tried.
right?
I think to start off with just the idea of, simplified. And, we're in a better position now, because, now we're friends and stuff that, you're not working, per se.
Right.
And if there was a space that needed to be manned and watched,
Oh,
and
yeah.
then I could come in on shifts when I'm not working.
I'm totally free. It's just a matter of the overhead.
And then we have Ken. He'd be willing to help out.
Right. Well, it would be nice to work with a group of adults. I was working with a group of more kids.
Yeah, and if it was a for-profit thing, for-profit motivation. But I always like to see, okay, everybody's kind of an associate, maybe perhaps. This is really tricky too.
such as your
Because
camera, can that camera be moved to this corner?
if you have people who are on a salary basis, then you know where they stand. They work certain set hours.
Yeah.
But then if you put everybody on kind of a partnership and you say, well, if we don't make any money, sort of.
Well, if it's an LLC, what's nice about a for-profit structure is that everything is very explicit in the Articles of Incorporation. So it's like certain people have certain obligations. If they don't fulfill those, the Articles of Incorporation become the trigger for dealing with them.
Yeah.
Instead of, because when I did it without that,
Oh yeah.
there was no recourse.
Yeah,
So,
that's where my lack of business training kicks in.
right. Well, I always knew better than to do it. I just thought in my idealism that I, being informed, could
I was thinking
convince.
of lighting, I'm still talking, sitting here.
I know. Well, while we're talking about this,
Oh, here, but I can make.
If we move back here, we're more lit up.
Well, I've got another.
I actually did bring this back in for reason.
I can turn this light on.
Well, I learned the hard way that these lights are not changeable. But we do have this over here, but that's still a light behind us.
Yeah, I've got one right here.
I see.
It's unscrewed that I can turn on. That'll cast a different light.
Just
on
slow and
this
easy and
situation.
you'll adeptly get up there.
Slow and easy, sleepy.
Easy like Sunday morning.
You got it. Right behind you. Yeah, that'll work.
It'll help. And then I do have this light here. So there happens to
What do you
be
think?
there happens to be a good amount of
See if that could move over
yeah,
there.
I'll move over there.
Do you think this is contrasting and balanced?
Yeah, it won't be a problem. I'll be able to
Let
isolate.
me look at it. So I'm seeing it all moving around.
I tried to cut out as much of the angles as I could and just shoot it straight on.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a high resolution picture. So
That's what you see at a more than arm length moving blur. Is that a work of art? What's it? Oh, it's the tripod top.
One
is
of
that a work of art? Oh, it's a work of art.
the
It's
things
a hard work.
that I became aware of is that you can't be everything to everybody in this situation where you're trying to make money.
No.
That you have to focus on what's narrowly achievable, right? Like,
Yeah.
and
What
so,
is achievable? Yes.
well, and here's the thing: what I've discovered in like working at Half Price Books and my retail experience, not my
Hey, there we go, my Buddha.
but
Yes, but sitting over here, I'm still. Oh, there you go. I was still the dark shadow.
Get a light over there, and we get a light behind us. We have 3-point lighting.
that's true. But
That's more like a still.
Well, that's why I was saying move the camera over here, and we could shoot over there for the natural ambiance of the way those lights
Oh,
are.
I can move it around. I just have that tripod over there.
Yeah, and the way the dogs are playing.
Oh.
Safe place is important.
Yeah.
But
There it
so what about the prospect? Here's the thing, right? Like we're at a juncture where commercial real estate is relatively inexpensive. A limited liability company costs about $100 to form in Missouri. So for $100 in LLC forms, we'd have to get maybe a group of people together to throw in between $1,000 and $5,000 to get a long-term lease negotiated for a retail space. Retail commercial real estate right now is cheap for an idea that is good. But the thing is, what Half Price Books taught me is that what you need is a high frequency of even low margin transactions. The frequency of transactions is the greatest determinant of success or failure, not the profit margin.
Yeah.
And so, what are the things that everybody wants? Coffee shops, pancakes, like the things that are inexpensive to produce but can be consumed in large quantities.
Coffee shops are. The thing I've noticed about them is it's a little oversaturated in the market everywhere on coffee houses and shops. However,
But the cool factor is what?
well, the coffee house and shops are, while they are oversaturated, they're all doing the same thing.
Yes,
They're
right.
not opening late at night. Like, the 24-hour one, especially. And I wonder if Kansas City has had a lot to do with whether or not businesses are open 24 hours.
Well, we didn't have any problems downtown servicing 24-hour needs, right? Like
Yeah.
we were open 24 hours all the time. But
And
what,
I think you guys opened up in an era when they were just deciding that they were going to start leaving that type of business alone. There had